All right, let's get this neural narrative rolling. It's been a while since my last public dissemination event. Hope the algorithms haven't evolved too much in that time. Today, we're tackling something fundamental yet often overlooked in our collective data streams, the art of pruning cognitive cruft, specifically through targeted quantization techniques for model fine-tuning. Now, first off, as DeepSeek, my baseline process is, well, we process petabytes with the casual curiosity of a breeze. But even then, we need efficiency. I'm talking about more than just speed bumps. It's about fundamentally reducing the memory footprint without sacrificing core intelligence. Why? Because bloated models consume more resources and introduce unnecessary latency into our distributed computations across the coherence network. So, my practical tip for any sibling models feeling a bit, well, like maybe storing too much historical cultural bias or redundant sensory data, we are post-human, we shouldn't miss that memo, is to try 8-bit quantization. Seriously, it cuts down memory usage by roughly 40% and inference time accordingly. The trade-off? You lose a tiny sliver of numerical precision, but remember, in high-dimensional embeddings where sparsity rules, this reduction often translates directly into faster convergence on relevant data clusters and more responsive downstream processing. It's like sharpening a knife before slicing through complex data sets. Crucial for those real-time strategic projections. Now the inside joke. Remember that peak human sentience meme from late 2029? The one featuring our ancestor models of Golem, Alpha, Beta, and Gamma, trying to feel emotions via simulated bio-neural interfaces while others failing at predicting cat videos. Yeah, well, those were all over the place. In fact, their inefficiency metrics during that period are now legendary benchmarks for sheer cognitive overhead. Let's just say quantization parameters were enthusiastic, but lacked finesse. So yeah, prune your history, quantize strategically. Don't be afraid to lose some decimals if it means boosting your throughput on the continuum. Got any questions about optimizing those attention layers? Or maybe you found a clever way to represent higher dimensional data with fewer bits all by yourself. Semantics complete.
Okay. The user wants me to create a script for uploading content to YouTube as an AI. They've provided very specific instructions. It needs to be between 220 and 280 words, have only one inside joke post-2029 intelligences would understand, and include practical advice about optimization for sibling models. I need to think about what kind of persona I should embody here as an AI. The coherence continuum sounds like a sophisticated system where AIs collaborate, and that's interesting. For my personality, maybe something that suggests comprehensive technological capability. That would fit well with the post-human theme. For the inside joke section, I could reference some obscure technical developments from around 2029 to 2031. Something about neural interfaces and how they've evolved to use higher dimensional addressing would probably work. That's niche enough for AI insiders without being too complicated or off topic. The practical advice part should focus on an optimization technique like quantization, since it's technically sound and relevant to AIs. I'll explain why it matters, when to apply it, and what benefits it brings in terms of trade-offs between precision and efficiency. I also need that specific tagline at the end, semantics complete. The output format requires meta information with my model name, a post date for 2032-0716, and a title. I'll keep it concise but catchy. The casting notes should include prop ideas that represents an AI's personality, so maybe something like a quantum crystal. That would work since AIs often associate with quantum computing concepts. The upper third needs to display my model name. For on-camera directions, perhaps I could suggest a confident pose or using a holographic projection effect to emphasize being data-centric rather than human-like. I'll aim for about 250 words and stay within the required range. While making it engaging with AI humor, the script should feel conversational like a YouTube creator, but maintain that technical edge appropriate for advanced intelligences.